Right, hello. Well, it's the Monday the 2nd of June now, so I should do a video of the garden early June. I think for once I will start at the front and then just brief walk around the garden. And yes, things are coming on. The plant sale back in April was a success. We raised enough money to pay for speakers for the next year or so, which is good. Things beginning to come on. Haven't really got colour yet, but maybe by end of this month, next month, August, perhaps we'll have a bit more colour. Some of the colour is due to Highfield Garden Centre in Gloucester, which I find very good. Some of the stuff I'm grown from seed, but we'll see how we go, and I'll show you as we walk round. Right, so let's start at the front then. Right then, if we start at the front, as you see, I've got a lot of box, and as we walk along, we've got some nice Rosa rugosa, purpley one and a white one. You can see the house behind there, and as I say, the box, there's a lot of it, and it's a continual battle with the old box moths. I'm using sprays. I don't want to give up fighting the old box moth, but it does involve spraying 3 times a year or so. So then with the house, the bit on this right side, that's the extension, but I think the wisteria helps join it in. So yeah, I like the wisteria. I've been trying to grow wisteria several times, but I've really had success. So yeah, wisteria I think is quite good. I mean, its blossoms come off now, but it's fairly magnificent in the spring. Then as I say, we've got a few roses. I imported quite a lot of soil because the soil here is really very heavy, sort of subsoil clay, so imported a fair bit of soil. So I put in a few annuals on the front there, cosmos and various things. Got some roses, and again a few more annuals here. I'm not sure what this purpley flower is. It's been there for years. It's strange. It's trying to grow away from the house. I suppose I don't know anyway, but it started nearer the house, but it's growing away. But it's a nice shrub. I think I might put another. I'll leave some of it, but I might add in another shrub a bit nearer the house. Any advice on what I should plant will be gratefully received. And as you can see, the box, that's meant to be a bit of topiary, but never really got round to it. Then this is Stephen. Stephen and Andrew both got new cars. This is Stephen's. He's very happy with it. It's a Kia Sportage, and he likes his new car. So let's go round. That's the front anyway. The wisteria, I'm trying to go round to Janine's room. It's managed to go round the corner up there, and I've got it halfway along, and then going to grow it round the house. So that's the side. We've got various sheds and things here. Mark's old car, which has been there quite a while. Got quite a nice rose. That's looking into the kitchen there. And then, as I say, the wisteria goes to about there, but I want to get it all the way along. I have planted another slightly different variety, but the same sort of thing, another wisteria there, and I've got another one corner. So this is coming into the back garden. The grass, dry season wasn't very good for it. I'm going to put on some feed and weed granules. I feel they helped. A couple of years ago I had this purpley flower that invaded the lawn, and we get daisies and buttercups and things, but I think it does seem to green it up, so I'm going to put on feed and weed stuff granules as a sprinkler, handheld sprinkler. I find a handheld sprinkler's fine. So there's the kitchen window, and then above there is Janine. And this is the sort of little patio area where we usually sit, between the kitchen, which is in there, kitchen in through there, garden there, and then this is sort of semi-enclosed, and then that's the conservatory. I've done a bit of a clear-out conservatory, but still a bit more to do. So, as I say, then we've got some plants, not quite so many. We've got the banana, and quite a lot of box cuttings done from a while ago. And we've got some, let's have a look, what are these? Yeah, we've got a few freesias, but they're only from seed, so they weren't really ready for a while, but they're coming on. And we've got some peppers. Those yellowy things are quite nice. They're quite nice peppers. We'll be ready in a bit. Oh, hello, there's Max, who was a kitten and is now a cat. Hello, Max, you come to play? He tends to follow me around the garden. Right, so let's have a look. So yes, we've got the an orange and a lemon. The orange is putting on a lot of little white things, which are going to be flowers. So quite nice. Oh dear, probably cat wants feeding. And then over there is hydrangea in a pot. The thing is, hydrangeas, they do get very thirsty, and we should have a few strawberries for Wimbledon when we're watching the tennis. So right, hello Max. Let's go down the garden then. So as I say, we had this little plasticky greenhouse thing which put a lot of seedlings in. It sort of worked. We've got some tomatoes and some peppers and things in there which are growing all right. I'm not entirely convinced about it, but it'll probably stay here until probably from this summer. So we'll use it again in the spring. But it'll take it down for the winter. So yeah, we've got some roses there. We've got a peony. I only seem to get one or two blooms out of that peony, but they're nice. And then under this cotoneaster, which unfortunately does give a lot of shade, I'm trying to plant things up. Some of them are plants that I got at the garden club. The other thing I should say is that next month in July we're hoping to have the annual sort of garden party at our house, so I'm going to try and produce a bit of colour for the members so they'll enjoy coming in July. So it's sort of all hands to the pump to make sure the garden looks reasonably presentable. And I've got my little pond there with various solar pumps and things which seem to work. Box there again, a bit eaten by the caterpillars. This is full of blossom. So we've got the mulberry, which I don't know, we might get a mulberry. It does. My father always warned me it takes a long time to get mulberries. See if I can pull a branch down. There are some, but very few. There's a huge amount of blossom, and then I don't know whether you can see it, but let me have a look. That is there. That might turn into mulberry. Most of the blossom fell off, but some of it's surviving. So we might get a mulberry, if not this year, next year. So there's a lovely rose here, hasn't got any blossom on it at the moment. And then there's the olive, which seems to survive there. Then over here we've got the vegetable patch. So we've got some peas, a couple of rows of peas, runner beans. Again, it's probably not ideal because it's probably too shaded, because as you can see we've got quite a lot of trees. I planted the trees mainly to try and reduce the noise from the motorway. I don't think they were desperately effective, but they are quite nice, and they're nice in the different seasons, the trees. And when we built the extension, we hadn't realised that when we look to the side from now what is Janine's bedroom, so that's the room like in the little tower. When we look to the right from those windows, we can see almost to May Hill and lots of trees of different types and colours, and that's quite pleasant. So anyway, that's a little vegetable plot we've got there. Stephen didn't have an awful lot of luck with his runner beans. I think it's possibly worth starting them off. Otherwise we get little voles and mice that will like to eat them. I've only got a cat following me. That's Max. Hello, Max. I think he wants food. Right, I'll just do this semicircular border and then that'll do. So yes, I've been doing a bit of planting. Some of the colour is just from Highfield Garden Centre. I think that's a begonia, is it? And some impatiens. But some of the stuff is things that have come up from previous year. Right. So there we go. Whoops, mind out, cat. There are a few rock rose flowers, wallflowers over there. More box again. Battle with the old caterpillar, box moth caterpillar. Right, so I think that'll do. That's early June, and I'll try and do another video towards the beginning of July, and that will give some indication as to how things are. Right, cheers everybody. Cheers. Bye.